Hi everybody. Let's get to it. We are live. I'm pretty sure it's up and going now. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Everything's good. Alright, give me just a minute here. Just recording something. Stuff in my journal right now. Almost done with it. We're gonna have a good day, for sure. What is happening with Top Step right now? What the fuck? Page isn't loading. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright. Let's see what we get here. Okay. 859. So I gotta go over to 859. I'm gonna try the 859 account today. Let's see. Computer's going slow today. I already hit simulated, motherfucker. Alright. There we go. 2 accounts. I just take 2 contracts on 1 trade, and I get a... what is that? If I get a 1.5 to 1 risk reward, I pass. Let's see. Market just opened, so I'm not really trying to take anything just now. I'm trying to get things all set up here. Let's see. All right. Yo, this computer's fucking lagging big time. Let's close out some things. Close out some Discord. Close this out. Let's see. Might be getting better. Let's keep closing out some tabs here. Alright, we should be good now. We shouldn't have many issues. Let's see what we get. I think we could possibly get a power 3. We have the midnight open right here. We traded up. Came into this area, now we're bouncing off the new day opening gap that we have right here. That's what we're trading off of. We had our news. Let's also mark up our opening range so we have that. So we closed here, we opened here, we'll draw out this opening range that we have. So our opening range is right there. And we gotta keep in mind, we have yesterday's low here. So if yesterday's low is right here, we have yesterday's high. So I really want to pay attention to what we get within that. Like, do we just bounce off this low and then continue up? I don't know. So it really all just depends on like what wants to happen in this area. So on the daily time frame, we got daily volume imbalance here, daily low taken. So paying attention to that and wondering if we want to get back up above this high. And we got 21 minutes left in this 1 hour. I wonder if this is just going to leave a wick and just trade right on up now. This could just really rip. Because now we got the bullish SMT, lower low, higher low. This could keep on ripping. We did take out these internal highs here. So that is something that we got to pay attention to. We also have external highs. They're still higher and we're overall bullish right now. But personally, in the area we're in, I think it's 50-50. But we can pay attention to, I wouldn't even like these inversions down here. Just because there's an inversion doesn't mean it's good to take it, in my opinion. Especially if there's two. There's one here and there's also one here. So it's closing this one, but it's tapping into this one. So it's kind of like a 50-50. Yes, we have the SMT, but we took out the high already here. So I think it's 50-50. I think it can go either way. So, like, if it goes up, I don't really care. If it goes down, then whatever. Like, I'll just wait, no matter what. I don't need to take everything, you know? All right, let's continue to see what we get. This price action, that's exactly why that was a failed SMT. And anybody that's trading SMT could possibly have just taken that and they would have just got their cheeks clapped. So not really trying to pay attention to the Mickey Mouse moves right there that are 50-50, you know? I'm trying to stick with high probability setups, and I noticed that we took the high here, so I want to pay attention to that. And I want to pay attention that we're still early in the day. And I want to pay attention that we could possibly have a reversal. So a 4-hour FVG there, and we also have a 1-hour FVG here and here. So there's a lot of FVGs, but I don't want them all over my chart. But I'll pay attention to this 1 hour. This 1 hour could play something, but there's just gonna be so much shit on my screen at this point. So like, how are we playing off this 1 hour? Obviously it's rejecting the high of this 1 hour and the low, so it's 50-50. I don't know. It's just best to wait. When you don't know, it's just best to wait in these situations. Opening range here on ES, let's put that up. It's very, very small. So we closed here. We opened here. So we got this small opening range. And like, I do want to keep in the back of my head that we're overall bullish, you know? Like, overall we are bullish, and like, there's no reason that this can't go up once more. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's going to be a bad thing, even though it took out buy side liquidity. It's not bad to have a retracement and then continuation. But it's also possible that we do retrace and then come back and then continue down. So it's 50-50, but if we need to see, if we're going to see a buy, we want to see, I would like to see it take the low once more and then go higher, but also I'd like to see it come down below here. Honestly, if we go down this low, I want these lows to be taken out. I don't want it just to come here and then stop. I don't even want to take a buy from there. But it all depends how the setup happens. Does it like create like a bunch of buy side liquidity, tap here, consolidate, manipulation, and then a distribute up, and then take out internal? Yeah, I would take that and then take profit right there. But if we just fall straight down, I'm going to keep looking for shorts until these lows are taken. But if we close up above this 15-minute inverse, which we might in the next minute, I want to pay attention to see if we want to continue up higher. So if we close at inverse, then keep pulling back and getting more closures up in here, a nice distribution with SMT, I want to take it to this high. And if we do that, we're probably going to go to this high too. So I'm paying attention to what we get. I also need to keep my eye on NQ, because I mainly trade NQ. NQ's my bitch. So I'm paying attention to NQ here. Ah. So I only have to make, I'm not going to focus on the outcome today. I'm just going to focus on my process and my systems. If I lose, whatever, I don't really care. You know, it's, God's got the wheel, you know. I'm just gonna accept anything that happens, you know, and it's all about my process. And if I stick with my process and understand what I need to see, then I'm good. So like going to a 5-minute chart at NQ, let's just mark up what we have. We have these lows taken out here, okay, and now we have relative equal highs. So that's buy side. Do we reject off these lows and hit the buy side? I don't know. Do we come down lower and take out these lows and then buy from here to go take out these highs? Maybe. Okay. I wanna watch and see. I would prefer price to trade down into this 1 hour BISI right here. You know, I'd like to see this 1 hour BISI hit. So I want to pay attention to this. I want to pay attention to the 4 hour. The 4 hour is looking dirt nasty. Okay. This is not really my cup of tea. I do also want to pay attention to this volume balance. It's kind of gross, to be honest. So many opening ranges, dude. It's so much shit on my fucking screen. I'm gonna close some of this shit. I'm gonna leave this one on from last night, but we could possibly hit up here. I'm gonna have my alert, but we'll see. I just want to take some stuff off my screen, because now we got these daily volume balances here. I got two. I had two of them on there. What the fuck? That's why it was so dark. So I'm paying attention to those as well. See if those want to act as support or resistance. There's just nothing screaming my name right now. volume imbalance we have here. This is the new day opening gap. I'm paying attention to this. That's end dog. Then we get the 1 hour and 4 hour volume imbalance. Notice how we keep hitting this volume imbalance and we're trading off it. I'm about to get a 1 minute closure down below here. I want to see if this 1 minute closure wants to just keep sending price lower or not. I'm not taking this trade. I'm just watching this trade, okay? But if I do take a trade, I'll let you guys know after the fact. I'm not going to just call out like a signal. I know there's not many of you on here, but that's all right. Yep, notice how we just reject that there. And that's exactly why I'm just not going to gamble a trade when it's not a setup. After you see it hundreds of times, you know when the conditions are good and when they're bad. This might be just a day where I just don't take anything and I got to be happy with it. Oh my god. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see. For value gap in the 5 minute. This is the nature of these markets. Sometimes they just get choppy. Holy fucking Tesla, dude. Tesla got the cheeks clapped big time. It's down so much. That's fat. Yeah, this is not something I want to see, guys. Nothing really here. We got buy side up there. We took the high though. Let's go to the big three. Let's go to the big three here. Pay attention to like what we're getting on this big three. We're about to get a 4-hour closure. YM's bullish, but it hit a rejection block and took out internal liquidity. Okay. Very similar in ES here, but we're pulling back obviously more on the 4-hour. NQ, looks like we're going to close as a doji, or bullish or bearish, but very little. Really depends what we get now in this area. We're in the 4-hour fair value gap that we never closed down below, so we got to keep that in mind. We could trade down to this rejection block in the 4-hour and then continue higher, because we took the low, and then we shifted up, and we can come smoke out these highs and these highs one more time. Or we can leave these highs up here as we trade down and back up on into this range as we take out the highs here on ES and YM, and that would give us huge bearish divergence to then have a bigger rollover sell-off back down into the 17,300, maybe the 17,100, possibly even the $17,000 range. That'd be deep. That'd be a deep pullback, but we could see. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but when the chart lines up in probabilities, it's possible. Possible just to keep it going. Yeah, so that's just my thesis. So now we're in the 950 macro. Going to the 5-minute chart. Looks like we're getting what we were talking about, or we're selling off. We're closing down below. That 3 minutes is closed very, very bearish. 4-minute closing down below here on ES after taking out, well, rejecting this for value gap and pulling back. So it looks like this 4 minutes is going to inverse and we're going to continue lower. And at the same time on NQ, it's looking like we could possibly use this as a breaker, but not something I want to use fully. This is just something I want to pay attention to. So we keep making lower lows. It's possible to keep going down, but it's also possible to reverse back up. And I'm not taking this reversal buy, even though there's SMT. Like I'm not taking this buy. I know I took a buy similar to this yesterday, where we had bullish SMT and then lower low, but this, I'm just not bullish right now. I know we have these equal highs. We're pulling back into this discount here on the 1 hour, 2 hour hitting a low, hitting an order block on the 4 hour. Like, we can mark up our entire range here, go to this chart. We got the order blocks. I'd rather see it dig deeper. I'd rather see it just reject here and dig deeper a little bit and then give us something a little bit later. Maybe this new 4 hour candle opens in 5 minutes. Okay, you know, 3 minutes and 50 some seconds left, so I'm paying attention to that. And if we just keep getting deeper into this discount, because we're already in the discount, we're in the golden range, so we can now get an idea for a possible bullish setup. So we got a 5 minute here. We'll see how that plays out. I don't know. Not all the charts are playing out. I mean, we're playing on this breaker, here. And we got this high up here. 2 hour fair value gap, and this tapped in the fair value gap way down here though. So we go to the 1 hour, making a lower low, but a higher low on YM. So YM, lower low, higher low, lower low, higher low. So that's what I'm paying attention to here. But like I'm saying, it's 50-50 in my opinion. I wouldn't even say 50-50. I'd probably say there's like a 60% chance we keep going lower. But it's not my setup. So I'm sticking to my rules, and I'm not getting in it. When my setup forms, I'll know it. So, yeah. But 9 minute, this is looking good for a short as well. Like this is immediate rebalance on the daily volume balance here. Closure down below this inversion. Like if we have SMT on these wicks, which we could get if we just rip this high and tap this for value gap and we stay lower here, which is what we're getting now. So we'll see if this for value gap wants to send price lower. I'm sure there's a lot of people that trade ICT that are getting in this right now, but it's against my rules because we're in a discount of this overall range. Yes, we have these equal lows and we could go bearish, but we have this here. We just hit liquidity. When we hit liquidity, I gotta wait and see. I don't know, we got relative equal highs here. Wonder if we're gonna send that up there. I don't know, sometimes there's just something about the trade that I don't like in this. This is one of those instances where I don't like it. Even though if we get this closure here. So we'll see how we play this. If we get this 1 minute closure here, this will probably send price up to these relative equal highs here. So this would be a 1 minute IFVG. 30-second IFVG closed here, and then we just started ripping. Took out these equal highs, so we'd be break even right there. But yeah, did we just close that? No, we actually closed right down below it. So that wouldn't even be valid. So now if we just pay attention to this 3 minute. So that was the 1 minute, but now we got the 3 minute here. So I want to pay attention to this 3 minute now. Alright, well we just hit this high. Oh no, we didn't even hit the equal highs yet. So we got these equal highs that are right here. So, gun to my head, we're hitting these equal highs. In one way or another, we're hitting those equal highs, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but that's what I'm looking at.
For unlimited listening, head over to Brain.
So it's like, how are we playing this breaker now? So we're shifting here. 3 minute closing in 7 seconds. Okay. 3, 2, 1. We're getting our 3 minute closure. Tapping this fair value gap right here. We're probably gonna reject this fair value gap like a motherfucker and just rip on up through. Because we never hit those equal highs yet. You see what I mean? I'm not taking this. This is not according to my plan. I don't like it that much. Even though it is a setup, I'm not taking it. So it retested the high of that inversion after the 3 minute close. We shouldn't come back down here if we're going to go long from this area. But now if we close this 1 minute inverse, it's probably going to keep going short. But I want to just observe this shit, you know? So now we got this low here, lower low. Now we're all about to make another lower low. This is just another, if this just goes bearish now, this is just another example of where the inverse might not work. It's just not the highest probability to me. But we just left so many equal highs up here. These highs are so clean, dude. These equal highs. We got SMT down here. So like this fair value gap should play out if we're gonna go bullish. We shouldn't inverse this 1 minute. Yeah, something telling me that now, like we're gonna rip up, but I won't be in it. I'll tell you that one. If we just go from here, I'm not going to be in it. No, another lower low. This 3-minute inverse is this again. It's obviously invalidating that. We'd want to see that just keep ripping. Ideally, that would have been nice to see it just rip on up through. But notice that 1 hour for value gap I was talking about. We left these equal lows here. We took out this low, but we left these equal lows. So that's kind of hardcore. So we close that. Now we're sending it down here on YM. YM would be nice just to sell off just once more down into this rejection block possibly as we close up here. We got a 30-second IFVG. Possibly IFVG. IFVG, I want to enter this one. That's on the practice though. It's still not the highest probability. I don't like all these equal lows here. There's no such thing as a perfect setup either, so I gotta keep that in my head too. But 5 minute, it's just these lows are just, I don't know. It's 50-50. We have a rejection block that we could stay in. Notice how we just close back down again. Like, we'll see. We'll see. This paper account's about to get slapped. I couldn't care less about that. I'm just testing my strategy. Like, really, like, if I took this on the eval, then it's not terrible. We just broke down. We didn't fully hit the rejection block, but we made a lower low here. We haven't taken out this high yet. But as soon as we take out this high, this trade, even on the paper, I'll just cut in half. Okay, I'm out. I'm making a lower low here, though. Look at that lower low. So if this 3 minute closes down below this, it's ugly. Sometimes the trade will look like it wants to go, but it just doesn't. And you'll know, you'll just know, like, it is a setup for pattern's sake, but if the overall narrative doesn't line up with that pattern, it's not right, which was that setup. Now we're getting into this deeper discount, and we're at the beginning of the hour, and there's no wick on here. We do have a bearish volume balance on ES, which is not the best, but we'll see. We'll see. Overall, like, we really scrolled out, guys, you know. We can, you know, I like the crosshair. We really scroll out to the bigger picture. We could pull all the way back, but I want this. I want to mark this rejection block up. Because if we bounce out this rejection block here, Go to 2 hour, which is the 2 hour order block, as you can tell. You go to a 1 hour. It's a 1 hour order block. So if we really start to accumulate within here, we had SMT at these wicks too, which indicated a nice buy up around 4 a.m. today. We traded down. We shifted lower. Came up above this 5-minute inversion right here. We bought up and then we came back down below it into this discount. We shifted up again. Guarantee you on these lower time frames there's a setup here. Like we're going to be buying this. Shifting. Retesting. Soon as this closure here, and you're looking at this entire area, we shouldn't breach this swing low. We should just continue up on through. And once you get this 1 minute close above here, it's green light, guys. It's gone. Like that's fucking clean. Okay. We just closed this 1 minute inverse. It's looking like we're about to rip from this discount now. So we traded down below. We have a overall lower low, but a higher low. We get this 1 minute inverse here, and we got all these equal fucking highs. 30-second inverse right here before we hit this swing high. So I really wanted to see if it wanted to come lower first, but this is looking like it wants to come up now. Let's make it lower low. This could really just start ripping. I think this could really just rip from here. We took out this internal high. I need some more information. Equal highs, deeper lows. I wanted that rejection block to be hit. It doesn't need to be hit. We'll get some more information in this bitch here. I can't chase it now. That would be nice right there. Ooh, baby. Let's focus just for a few minutes. Looking at that higher time frame. Really like what happened over here when this trade was setting up, but I didn't like it. Yeah, no, it didn't give me really what I wanted to see. Not yet, at least. Maybe we take the swing low once more, or we pull back in. Just took out the swing high here on YM. Got rejection block up there. Not everything's going to be perfect the way you want it, so that means you don't take the trade. I can't chase this. I mean, that was a nice for value gap fill to trade back on up, and this could still play off this low. But since we took out these highs, I can't be in it. So if we go over here to the 30-second, if we entered here on this closure, right there. Okay, we got a lower low than that, so that's bullish SMT. Time is at 11. 10:11. So the macro. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait on this one, guys. It's still fucking. I'd want to see if we get up and above, possibly. This 15-minute for value gap just played out pretty well. So we'll just 30-minute. So we put all three of these side by side. Let's see if we take out this swing low and get SMT maybe. I'd want to see this swing low taken. So now we got bullish SMT on that 1 minute, on the 2 minute right there. Okay, I see you, bitch. You're just faking everybody out now. You're not gonna give me the entry I wanted. Dumb bitch. Alright, alright. Yeah, so really just the market's just trading down and then it shifted, took out the low. So 1, 2, 3 liquidity. We got liquidity up here. Now we got this order block with this fair value gap that we're probably gonna play off of. We got our SMT on these wicks here. So I'm really just gonna watch this play out. If it keeps going without me, whatever. It's not my favorite setup. So I gotta really just accept that I'm not gonna be in this one. Even though it leaves without me. I could take a buy on this order block. Oh my god, this 2 minutes that closed nice too. Son of a bitch. Get this 1 minute order block right here that we just bounced right off of. So if I enter this buy right here, go 2020. But if we go to 30 points, that could pass the account on 2 contracts. But it's not my favorite. It's also never going to be perfect. I just don't like that we took out this swing. We came up to the swing high already. We didn't take out this liquidity, which is a good thing. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Let's see if this order block wants to hold here. I like how we're pulling back down into this order block now here on this trade. So now we got all this liquidity. It's best to wait now. It's best to wait if we got all that liquidity here. So we got this low, higher low. This chart's gonna blow right up, it looks like. Taking out the lows. 3 minute immediate rebalance. 5 minute. $15 just open and we start trading lower. Let's see if we want to keep pulling back though. It's not giving me anything yet. Still waiting here. You guys pulled right back down. That's crazy. It's hard, like when you see your setup forming, but you're seeing one of them go out of the ordinary. Which this one was going up higher, and I was looking for this buy. It's easy to get in that tunnel vision, you know. Obviously, when this thing pulled back down into here, that's a pretty nice buy, but we just didn't have the SMT and the wicks that I like to see at the lower part. And now that when we trade up to the premium, it's hard, you know. Like, let's see if we want to take out this swing low once more, or if it just wants to reject this down close candle as an order block and then shift higher. Because we just took out some swing lows. Some swing lows. They all did it, so it looks like this is just going to continue down from this 1 minute for value gap to possibly trade to this low. And we just closed this inversion on ES. So this just looks like it could be a bearish continuation down, or just a consolidation. Just gotta give it some time, you know? I like how that 15 minute instantly opens bearish, and it's trading down though. And we hit this discount, and that's why I want to look for a buy. Even though we traded up, we hit the midnight opens down here, so it could give us a power 3. But at the same time, we don't need to come back to that. Midnight open was here too, so none of them hit the midnight open yet. But I want to see if we're gonna go bearish, like, I want to see some internal liquidity taken before it goes bearish. We hit external, well, internal of this range, and like, do we go hit more internal up here to then sell off, or like at least hit to here before selling off? That's really like what I want to pay attention to, because I don't think this rejection block or the midnight open is out of question, and that could be the better move. But I want to see if we can get like a... Okay, now we got the SMT and these wicks that we wanted to see. A higher time frame SMT. Let's see how this 1 minute closes above this inversion. So we take that low here, what we done over there. So we didn't even close that inversion, so it's not even a valid trade, but it's looking like it's gonna send it up like it was a valid trade. Just want to pay attention to everything that we're still seeing here. None of the highs are hit. We got so many equal highs up here on ES, so. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that shit. Pulling right back. Didn't even close it. My God, dude. Let's just get off that lower time frame. It's getting kind of ugly. So we don't want to see this low breach if we're going to continue long at this point. I believe that low is going to stay intact. So we're about to close this 1 minute inverse here. So I believe we're going to keep going long to hit this high. At least on one of these. Okay, we hit it there on NQ. Let's see if stops get hit at break even. I actually just took that trade based on that 1 minute inversion. Hesitated a little bit, but a minute. See if it wants to reach 20 points or not. 41, 51, 61. Where's the TP? Come on. It's all good if it doesn't hit TP. We're hitting that low. Okay, locked in that trade there. So we're gold. Not the best trade, honestly, but we locked it in. That was the trade right there. Yeah, that was a little bit difficult for me, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, we're sitting pretty. We in profit. We in profit. Sticking with the rules, you know? There we go. YM's hitting the high up here. The rejection block. It's looking like we're gonna continue. I'm not in it at this point, which is fine. I don't need to be in it. But it looks like we're gonna keep ripping this high up here. Yep. Damn, if I had 2 contracts on that bitch, we'd be chilling, brother. But I expected this, and maybe we get a reversal back down. So I wanna go over this trade, why I took this trade here. So I took this buy within this area. I'll go over everything, my whole thought process about this. When price was trading down, it was creating all this liquidity at the highs, and I noticed we hit this low here and it bounced back up, but I was like, it looks like I could dig a little bit deeper down in this 1 hour for value gap, and possibly to the 4-hour rejection block that we have down here. And we didn't reach all the way down there, and I was actually looking over at the London price action from this buy up, this swing, and then we pulled back down, and then we inversed this 1 minute, and emotionally it kind of like triggered me like, damn, I want to get in this trade. This looks like it wants to buy up now, but it happened so fast, and just through my experience, like when a trade happens like really fast and you're not ready for it, it's because like there's either like boredom involved, and it's like, okay, you're not having the best price action and you're bored, and then like there's a 50-50 setup and it happens so fast. ICT even talks about it. If it happens so fast, it's probably not the right trade because you didn't really plan it. So I was planning a buy, even though we were buying up here and then coming back down. I noticed the equal highs here on ES as well, but I didn't think we were ready. So I'm just kind of like looking at price action here, and I'm like, oh, I'm missing out on this. So really, me missing out is an emotion of fear, and going back to the higher time frame and really reviewing this is like, if I knew my setup was there, I would have taken it. Like, you got to really just come in peace with that. If your setup's there, you would have taken it. Like, I might feel the FOMO of missing out, but it's okay. Like, there will be another setup. If it goes out without me, that's okay. That's really it. But if it pulls back down and gives me more confirmation with everything that I need to see based on my SMT, internal liquidity, all that fun stuff, then that's better. I'd rather enter here at the same price as this than enter this and be in drawdown. You know, like that's a lot of drawdown. That's 20 points. I don't like to risk more than 20 points. So I'd rather wait for that internal, wait for the SMT that we like to see. Okay. This is really all I saw. Traded back. We had SMT in the higher time frame already, where we had a higher low here and a lower low here, but then we shifted up. We hit this, and when we shifted up above these highs, I didn't want to be in here on YM. Well, NQ, because YM took out this internal high, and then we pulled back down below this low, and then I was looking at the wicks, and I wanted to take a trade based on the SMT and the wick. So we made the lower low here, we made a higher low here. So higher low, lower low, and then that gave me indication that, okay, where's the inversion? There's a singular fair value gap there. We just took out liquidity. We're already looking for these equal highs to be met. So entering here, and based on a lot of that struggle up within here, I was struggling to take a buy within this. Okay, so I'm looking at this fair value gap and we close it, and I'm struggling to take this trade. And then this candle opens up, pulls back, and then I end up taking the buy within here, and I'll bring it over. It's not the best profit that I wanted to see, but it's something. 257, and I need to hit 3K, so I'm about a little less than 800 away from passing this account. And if I was really focused on these charts, like, I can't go the hindsight bias because I have injecting logics, but let's say I was in A game state of mind. Okay, and let's go to the A game state of mind. What is that? If I was in my A game, which is this, great understanding order flow, execution without hesitation. Okay, I had hesitation, so I needed to double down and validate my execution. Okay, so that I was more like in my B game, if that makes any sense. I mean, I'm in and out of focus. I'm somewhat energized. I mean, I feel good, but anyways, I feel like I'm focused with audio, energized, clear understanding of emotions. I would say no, because I allowed that to like internally get to me. I had to walk away at one point, but that's fine. But then stable confidence, that was about hit or miss, and I feel like just the emotions came in and it kind of compromised everything. And I understand, I know how to trade. Obviously, I'm growing this account. It's going pretty nice, but me letting the FOMO get taken to me, it basically caused me to like black out a little bit. But I noticed that, so I walk away, I come back. Okay, what are we getting on the higher time frame? You can go back to the recordings and really see how I was doing that. I wasn't saying I had FOMO, but I'm also saying like not. I keep trying to bring it back to the systems of the higher time frames, so I can keep like evaluating the market from that standpoint, not from like, okay, I want to take this trade to buy it up now, if that makes any sense. Even though we're not entering a trade, it's still a struggle to get in this. Okay, so when that all happened, we traded back down. We just have to monitor. There's no emotion in this market. What is price doing? It's a question. But once we enter here, this is a golden move, you know? Nice little move there. And if I had two contracts, I can't go if, then that. If I had two contracts on, we moved 40 points. Okay, I would have passed the account if I had two contracts on and I held it to right here. But I did expect this high and this high to be met. But I also thought we could get up into here, not even get up here, and then just get up to this high and then short back down and come to break even. So that's an area where I can work on, but I'm just really focused on passing this account, but not focused on the outcome. Okay, I don't want to focus on this outcome. If I lost that trade, whatever, it's not a big deal. I would have lost, I don't know, what is it, like $300 maybe. So that's what would have happened, but it is what it is. So I'm just very happy with what we're getting here, though. This is just crazy. Yeah, the account would have been passed if I just did that, but I can't do if then. It's I gotta be happy and satisfied with everything that I'm seeing here. So I'm just one trade away, you know, like from passing this account. I take one trade, I go for a 2-to-1. That's all I'm going for in this next one. One trade for a 2-to-1, and then I pass it, and then I'm good to go. It's one contract and NQ, and we're golden, you know. No fear. No fear, baby. And if there's fear, we know how to manage it. We just go to the higher time frame. But I could tell I'm really tired today. It's Friday. I've had a very long week between the business that I run and the sleep. I haven't been drinking at all. So, like, I don't know why my sleep is so shot, but my sleep has just been absolutely terrible. Like the past 2 or 3 nights, I've been just waking up like every hour. So, yeah, it's just been a rough one for me, and I don't know why. And like I knew that I was tired. I knew that I was tired today. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm gonna pause this just for right now. I'll be back though. I'm gonna leave these charts on. All right, guys. I'm back. What a beauty. Our straight down to low, takes out our liquidity, hits our area, and then we start shifting away from here. We shift up, retest, continue up towards this high, and we're closing up above this inversion. We're taking this inversion and moving price higher. Notice how we close this inversion here, and then we pull back down into this order block, and then we just continue to trade on up higher. And how there was SMT with equal lows here, but a lower low here. And then we shifted structure. 15 seconds. 15-second inversion, but we hit the high, so that invalidates it. But then we have more SMT right there, and we close up. This is still valid for a nice little run. But not going to be in it. Was not in that. This thing looks like it's going to keep on going, too. Holy shit, guys. This is wild. Golden. Let's go. Yeah, but I'm going to hop off. That was my move for the day. I could have held that obviously a lot longer, but I didn't. Locked in right here. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, I could have passed the account just today right there. Even just to here would have. But we're good. We're good. I'm going to go hop off the stream. And I got a lot of recording to do. I'm going to record journal. That's what I'm going to do for the next probably 20, 25 minutes. But yeah, take it easy, guys. Love y'all. Peace out. We will see you next week.